Hello and welcome to Verdict 2015, our special broadcast on all news and updates on Bihar polls, where we also get you news analysis from our team of experts. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor. Let us begin with the election headlines. Election Commission's deadline for Lalu Yadav and Sushil Modi to respond to notices ends today at 3 p.m. FIRs were lodged against the duo for poll code violations. RJD chief Lalu Prasad declares that he will not campaign with Congress President Sonia Gandhi during the assembly elections, says will go their own separate ways. BJP MP RK Singh sticks to his claims, tells RSTV that he's an honest man who speaks up about any wrongdoing. And in focus today is the Khagaria district, where the caste factor could end up being the decider in these elections. Now, today is the last day for RJD President Lalu Prasad and senior BJP leader Sushil Kumar Modi to file a reply in connection with the FIRs registered against them for violation of poll code. The Election Commission on Thursday issued notices to Lalu Prasad and senior BJP leader Sushil Kumar Modi in connection with the FIRs registered against them for the violation of a poll code. Now, the two leaders were asked in notices to submit their reply by 6th of October. An FIR was lodged against RJD President Lalu Prasad last Tuesday for making allegedly a casteist remark, which the Election Commission found to be violative of election laws. Now, senior BJP leader Sushil Kumar Modi was also booked the same day for allegedly promising to give away laptops, color televisions to voters. All right, senior journalist Mr. Krishna Kumar Singh is now joining us for a chat. Good morning, Mr. Singh, and thanks so much for joining us this morning. Now, Mr. Singh, polls are just a week away, and we have been saying this, that these polls are going to have a national impact. So, how do you think that these polls are going to impact Modi's political authority?
The poll will definitely have national impact because there are so many issues that under the economic liberalization, like the recent Halla Bulla on this land acquisition, this will be a definitely national impact on the Modi's performance. The people, if the people of Bihar reject, then this Modi will have to think otherwise. And but with regards to Bihar, there are many things, very, very interesting things. Earlier I had also said, some innovative poll practices are there. In Gaya, this dynamic one, Agrawal is their district magistrate. He has decided, or rather declared, that 7 booths will be managed by all women staff. And he has also taken this step in view of the women empowerment, recent women empowerment. Almost 7 booths, and he has also 7 booths in entire Gaya districts will be manned by this women employees.
No, but when we talk...
And he has also, the Election Commission has also noted it. And this Election Commission has also appealed all political parties to put the women polling agents in all those booths. As regards this first phase of election and second phase of elections, they are very important for both the camp, the Grand Alliance and the NDA. Because Grand Alliance has some basis in these first phase, some solid basis in first phase elections. Of in how many districts, I must tell you, there are
No, sir, when we talk about...
There are please,
no, Mr.
high
Singh,
voltage election is there.
No, when we talk about, we're talking about the national impact of these elections. When we were talking about NDA, you were saying that it is going to be a very crucial thing for Prime Minister Modi as well. But do you think that anything less than a clear majority would be a huge setback really for the BJP after what happened in Delhi?
Huge setback will be definitely there. This BJP, after this last, the Lok Sabha election has swept 3 states for BJP. And thereafter this Delhi has practically second the BJP.
And what?
Second the BJP.
Okay.
And there is a possibility that this Delhi will be repeated over here, because backwards as a whole and Dalits are polarizing like anything. And this upper caste are of course solidly with this NDA. And Muslims are solidly behind this Grand Alliance.
No, but at
These
the
are
moment,
the things
no,
which is not telling good things.
no, at the moment, the opinion polls are indicating that it is going to be a neck and neck fight.
Neck to neck fight, but there is a definite, today also one of my friend came from this Lakshmi and Nevada, all places last night. He told me that there is a complete polarization of backwards and Dalits and Muslims in favor of Grand Alliance.
Okay.
That's why they will be sweeping the election, not sweeping the elections, but they will share more seats over there.
All right. And
so these are the things. It will be a great setback if Bihar, right?
Right. Also, Mr. Singh, I want to know from you, how are these elections going to impact Rahul Gandhi's political potential? Because BJP was stopped in Delhi by Arvind Kejriwal, and if NDA gets stopped in Bihar, do you think Rahul Gandhi could probably legitimately claim some credits?
Rahul Gandhi, it is very difficult to predict about this Rahul Gandhi, what he will do and not. This only contribution will be that he projected Nitish and prevailed upon Lalu Prasad Yadav to accept Nitish as a Grand Alliance leader and the leader for next CM for next Chief Minister after assembly elections. Only contribution here. And Rahul, it is comparatively, you compare his mother is more popular and getting popular than this Rahul Gandhi. He appears to be a sleeping leader, once awoke from the deep slumber and moved the areas.
So you think the maximum benefit is
will
going
definitely add some glamour.
Okay.
But
okay, but I was asking if it is the Mahagathbandhan that gets we're saying that if it gets the majority here, do you think that it is going to be Nitish Kumar who is going to get all the credit?
The credit goes to Rahul Gandhi, who was adamant in projecting Nitish as a chief ministerial candidate. Okay. And Lalu had been compelled to accept his dictum. That in such aspect he will be given credit. Okay. That Nitish is comparatively a softer leader and man of development. Okay. That's why, but Rahul will emerge as a big leader after this election. It may be, Congress will definitely emerge as a big party and the Grand Alliance also. But how far Rahul role in that projection, it will be only the future can tell.
All right. As Mr. Singh, you stay with us. We'll just come back to you. Meanwhile, a lot is being said about the apparent discord within the Grand Alliance in Bihar. However, party leaders have cleared the air and they have said that all is well within the Grand Alliance and the issue has been raised by the opposition parties in order to divert attention from the real focus areas.
Lalu Prasad Yadav, who had skipped Rahul Gandhi's first election rally in Bihar last month, said that he will not campaign alongside Congress President Sonia Gandhi for the Bihar elections.
गांधी का रैली हो रहा है कि आप साथ में जाएंगे मंच पे? हम अलग-अलग जाएंगे, चलो.
Lalu Yadav had shared the stage with Sonia at a mega rally in Patna last month, but he is reportedly upset at the prominence the ally has bestowed upon Nitish Kumar.
गठबंधन में सब ठीक है, तीनों दलों के नेता और कार्यकर्ता मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं. ये संघ परिवार का नया शगुफा है.
इसके उसकी दूरी है, इससे उसकी दूरी है. साहब, हमारी दूरी आपको चुनाव की मतगणना के दिन पता चल जाएगा. हर चुनाव का एक मिजाज होता है और हम उस मिजाज से चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और उस मिजाज को आप नहीं समझ पाएंगे कि हम आपको जहां दूरी दिख रही है वह निकटता है.
The alliance has said that its strategy is for top leaders to campaign separately in Bihar to cover more ground.
उनकी अपनी पब्लिक मीटिंग्स हैं, हमारी अपनी पब्लिक मीटिंग्स हैं और एक मीटिंग जो शुरू में हुई थी उसमें सोनिया जी ने, लालू जी ने, नीतीश जी ने सब ने मिलके एक साथ पब्लिक को एड्रेस किया था. लेकिन ये ज़रूरी नहीं है कि हर पब्लिक मीटिंग के अंदर सारे नेता एक साथ हों.
There seems to be some discord in the Grand Alliance, but for now the leaders are trying to put on a united front. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha Television.
All right, let's go back to Mr. Krishna Kumar Singh, who's a senior journalist. Mr. Singh, now BJP claims that there are fault lines within the Grand Alliance. Now, Grand Alliance says that there are none. But Lalu Yadav and Sonia Gandhi are not sharing stage at the moment. That is what Lalu is saying. What do you make out of it?
BJP's fault line is only the rebellion. There are so many fault lines in BJP campaign also and the BJP selection of candidate also. Some rebellions are very much there in fray despite so many requests by this Amit Shah and many others.
No, but
and
what
another
about
fault line is about the Mohan Bhagwat.
No, what about Mahagathbandhan?
Mahagathbandhan's fault line. Mahagathbandhan's fault line, I do not think any major fault line is there. They have selected the candidates and they are whole hog with this campaigning right now. But the huge resources adopted by and applied for this campaigning in Bihar by NDA and BJP particularly, that this Grand Alliance is lacking.
Okay.
They have not so much resources, but even they are banking on their whole hog. They are determined to polarize the backward as a whole, Dalit and Muslims. The only card, the only most successful card, and Mohan Bhagwat's statement about the rethinking on reservation. And practically Bihar election is not being fought on issues, problems, poverty, lack of education, health, infrastructure. This is a fought on this whims of the political leaders.
Okay.
That is a very, very dangerous trend the Indian politics is emerging. The fault, these are the things. And the Sonia Gandhi is a partner of this Nitish Kumar's Grand Alliance. She will be one thing, this Sonia Gandhi is a good leader. She is one woman and all are behind her.
No,
all opposition parties.
Yeah, yes. Now,
That's
Grand
why
Alliances.
she has also.
Yeah, now the Grand Alliances is going to come up with a common program in a few days that will charter out its commitments should it come to power. Now, how do you think is this a common program going to look like?
They are yet to release even these parties of Grand Alliance, their manifesto, and the common minimum program are yet to be seen the day of the light by these grand alliance. And I'm surprised. The BJP has already announced its vision documents. The first was the left parties who have this common minimum program and the agenda for next elections they have released. But this grand alliance is yet to announce this common minimum program or manifesto or agenda individually or as a whole as it.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Singh, for joining us this morning and sharing your perspective on that story. So there are chinks in armor of both the alliances, but at the moment they are putting up a brave front, united face. And with this, we'll take a very short break. We'll be back with more news. Stay with us.
Hottest topics.
If you can facilitate the opening up and the expansion of the international border trade, you can add to the economy.
370 धारा जो है वो जम्मू कश्मीर को मुल्क के साथ जोड़े रखती है.
Candid confessions.
The Congress has not been able to communicate.
We have to revive our links with the masses.
World-class healthcare is available to only a handful of people in this country.
Courting controversies.
A lot of leaders today think that they rule by divine right.
Now, media has become manageable.
Watch RSTV engage personalities to the point. Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Thursday, 1:30 and 5:30 p.m.
Welcome back. Now, our correspondent Neelu Vyas Thomas spoke with former bureaucrat and BJP MP from Ara, R.K. Singh, about the controversial seat distribution issue. Remember, R.K. Singh had alleged last month that the party was distributing tickets to criminals in Bihar.
Mr. Singh, recently you had levelled allegations regarding the ticket distribution as far as the state BJP leadership is concerned. Why did you say so?
It is a statement of fact, and it is something which I do not agree with, so I had said so.
But you did not name those musclemen, you didn't name the criminals.
No, not so. I gave some examples, and I don't really have to sort of give examples because everybody in Bihar knows. You take the list of candidates, and you ask anybody from Bihar, they'll tell you as to who the criminals are.
When you had come out with a statement like this, the central leadership said that you're very new to politics and you need to learn the ways of politics.
It's not a question of being new or old. I mean, even if people, the common man who is not in politics, the common man also feels this way.
You are trying to target the Deputy CM Sushil Kumar Modi. There is a
anybody. I am only expressing a view which is held by all the common workers of the BJP. My request to you is, take out a list of the candidates, right? Not only BJP, take out a list of the candidates of other parties as well, and ask anybody as to who the criminals are. It's a question of fact. The second fact which I said was that it's not a question of R.K. Singh. You find out, right? You go around Bihar and you find out how many BJP workers have submitted their resignations, how many BJP officers remained locked up even today, whether there was ruckus, etc. in BJP office or not. And then you will come to know it's not a question of R.K. Singh.
Central leadership tries to distance themselves from your comments, and they'll obviously say that it was a ploy by you to place your candidates in the list. Would you really agree with what the central leaders are saying?
That is utter nonsense. My only request, my bottom line to the leadership was that whosoever you sort of give tickets to, he should be a common worker, a worker of the BJP, and he should not have a criminal background.
That the party would have taken action against you, but because you represent the Rajput community, which constitutes about 5 to 6%, it's a crucial time for BJP as well. So they will probably not take any action till the time the election is over. How would you really respond?
Whether they take action or not is for them.
Do you have an uneasy relationship between you and the central leaders at the moment?
Again, you are deviating from the point. It's not a question of my relationship. It's a question of the point which I have raised.
There were other events when BJP was trying to defend Sushma Swaraj and Vasundhara Raje. You even came out saying that Lalit Modi is a fugitive and, defending him is morally wrong. So that was another moment where you embarrassed the BJP.
Even if something wrong is happening in that organization, one should keep quiet. Now that's not how I look at things. Whenever something I see has been wrong, I have spoken out against it, I have acted against it, and that is how I have been, and that is how I will continue to be. When somebody or some people in any organization do something wrong, and the other persons in that organization keep quiet, then everybody becomes complicit in that wrong action.
Are you working towards the victory of BJP? One last question I'm asking.
I will be working for the victory of all the clean people from BJP who are fighting elections.
All right, R.K. Singh there speaking to Rajya Sabha TV. Now, the Grand Alliance in Bihar has been alleging that smaller parties entering the elections is an indirect way of aiding the BJP. Now, the NCP's Tariq Anwar clears the air and he says that Bihar is not the solitary state in which the party has entered the poll arena.
एनसीपी के वरिष्ठ नेता और सांसद तारिक अनवर साहब हमारे साथ हैं। सर, चुनाव आ गया है, आप लोग अलग मोर्चा बना के लड़ रहे हैं, तो क्या बीजेपी को सेफ पैसेज देने का पूरा तैयारी कर ली है?
ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। देखिए, बिहार एक ऐसा स्टेट है जहां तीसरा या चौथी पार्टियां नहीं हैं। आप उत्तर प्रदेश को ले लीजिए, आप दिल्ली को ले लीजिए, हर जगह तीसरा चौथा मोर्चा भी है, पार्टी भी है।
ऐसा क्या परिवर्तन आ गया बिहार में इस बार आपको दिख रहा है कि आप लोगों को पूरा सब सीट पे लड़ रहे हैं?
परिवर्तन बहुत आ गया, क्योंकि सारा गठबंधन जो बीजेपी के साथ थे वो आरजेडी के साथ हो गए, जो आरजेडी के साथ थे वो बीजेपी के साथ हो गए।
सब लोग कहते हैं कि बिहार में लालू के वक्त जंगल राज था, तो लालू कहते हैं कि हमारे जंगल राज के लिए जो लोग जिम्मेदार थे वो पप्पू यादव जी तो आपके साथ हैं।
ऐसी बात नहीं है, उनका ये कहना गलत है। पप्पू यादव या ऐसे जो भी लोग हैं, वो लोग आज हमारे साथ जरूर हैं। कल तक वो आरजेडी के बहुत वरिष्ठ नेता थे। कल उनको लोकसभा में उन्होंने टिकट दिया था। अगर वो इस तरह का उन पर आरोप था तो फिर लोकसभा में लाने का काम क्यों उन्होंने किया था?
महाराष्ट्र में आप लोगों ने कांग्रेस से अलग होकर के बीजेपी को सेफ पैसेज दिया, उनको ज्यादा ताकत मिल गई, तो पॉलिटिकल लोग कहते हैं कि उसी तरीके का कुछ यहाँ पे आप लोग कर रहे हैं। सेकुलर वोट को डिवीजन हो रहा है यहाँ।
देखिए, ऐसा है कि बुनियादी तौर पर हम लोग भारतीय जनता पार्टी के विरोध में हैं, और मुलायम सिंह यादव हों या हम हों या हमारे साथ जितने भी लोग हैं, बुनियादी तौर पर सब भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खिलाफ।
उसके खिलाफ होने का मतलब सेकुलर है ना सर?
बिल्कुल सेकुलर हैं, और इसीलिए तीसरा मोर्चा हमने बनाया।
तो सेकुलर आप लोग ये जो तीसरे मोर्चे की सेकुलरिज्म में खाली हिंदू और मुसलमान ही दिखता है सर, कोई क्रिश्चियन है, सिख है, वो तो दिख नहीं रहा।
बिल्कुल सब लोग हमारे साथ आएंगे और धीरे धीरे लोग हमारे साथ जुड़ भी रहे हैं।
तो इस बार आप लोग कड़ी टक्कर देने वाले हैं बीजेपी को और महागठबंधन को?
बिल्कुल, हम लोग एक तीसरा विकल्प देंगे, मजबूत विकल्प, और बिहार के लोग उनको एक अवसर मिलेगा, एक मौका मिलेगा, ताकि वो अपने मन से अपनी पसंद की सरकार बना सके।
Now, Khagaria district that goes to polls in the first phase has a long list of issues for political parties. These include broken bridges, flood rehabilitation and many others. But it just might be the caste factor that could end up being the decider in these elections. Our correspondent Vishal Daya has this report.
Khagaria ranks among the most backward districts of India. The rest of the country hears about it when floods inundate the region. And that happens almost every other year, because no less than 4 rivers, the Gandhak, Ganga, Kosi and Bagmati, pass through the district. Government buildings at the district headquarters give an idea of the tottering infrastructure. The bridges on these 4 rivers are no better. The BP Mandal bridge on Kosi is awaiting repairs for the last 5 years, forcing people to use boats. Fed up with the inaction, people are demanding answers from politicians.
सर आदमी आता है कि बोलता है ये चुनाव में इलेक्शन से पहले पुल बनाएंगे करते हैं, जब इलेक्शन जाता है खत्म हो जाता है, उसके बाद आवागमन के लिए आदमी को बहुत तकलीफ होता है।
सरकार ये नहीं सोचता है 2 साल से वो पुल डैमेज है, 5 साल ये बंद हो गया, सरकार तो वोट के लिए आ जाता है। ये कभी ध्यान दिया है सरकार कि हमको बिहार में पुल टूट गया है, उस राह हम यहाँ पुल देना चाहिए, जनता को कितना कष्ट होता है।
Political parties and their leaders are busy trying to get the caste combination right. The JDU won all 4 assembly seats in 2010, while the LJP won the Lok Sabha elections in 2014. Both the RJD and the JDU are hoping to recover lost ground in the Yadav-dominated region.
मूल बात यह है कि सारे आपाधापी में मुद्दे कौन है, जाति हावी है, और बिहार में फिर लगता है इस विधानसभा चुनाव में खगड़िया में जाति के आधार पे ही वोट डाली जाएगी।
4 assembly seats, Alauli, Khagadia, Parvata and Beldor will see voting in the first phase on 12th October.
Annual phenomena of floods, some barely standing and some completely damaged bridges on 4 major rivers and 3 tributaries in Khagadia. Lack of basic amenities in both rural and urban areas. There is no dearth of election issues in this district. However, with political parties devoting much of their time and energy in forging formidable caste alliances, these issues may once again end up being pushed to the sidelines. With camera person Prashanta Karmakar, Vishal Dahiya, Rajya Sabha TV, Khagadia.
Well, that's all in this election special bulletin, but do tune in our afternoon edition of Verdict to 2015 at 1 p.m. But that's all from the election team at the moment. Thanks for watching.